What is the race to 10? What is the race to 10? What is the race to 10? I'm glad you asked, Maniacs, so buckle up, because I'm about to let you know. The Race to 10 is a series where we're going to take a look at a deck in depth with an analysis to start each deck's series. Because this is a unique deck game, I think it's really important that we get to know the personalities. And when I say personalities, I mean, what is a deck like? They have a unique name, but they also have a personality, a play style. Maybe it's initially something you're able to see. Maybe the deck's very forthcoming. It wants to generate a lot of ember. Maybe it wants to fight a lot, or it's all about board reaping or control. You can see some of that within looking at the card list and then looking at the cards themselves. But I find that in this game, the best way to truly get to know how a deck plays and in what situations it works best is by getting into the trenches and getting live reps with those decks. And that's what the Race to 10 series is all about. We do our analysis on the front side. We go in and we play 10 games across casual settings in the Crucible against some competitive players from the different Discord channels where great players are housed, and just see how the deck compares against different decks, different play styles. And then at the end, we compare and contrast the original analysis with what the deck actually did, what it did well, what it struggled with, and did it teach us any tricks? Because what I've learned as I've played more and more of these decks is I'm fairly okay at reading what a deck can do in the most normal and mundane of situations, but when your push comes to shove and you're up against that hard deck, you're battling 2 keys to 2 keys, what kind of tricks can the deck pull out itself? What kind of lessons can you learn about general play from that deck, and more importantly, what can you learn about how that deck specifically can work in specific scenarios? That's why I love this series, and that's why I want you guys to come along on the ride with me, so that way we can learn different decks and get to know exactly what their strengths and weaknesses are together. Now, with that said, I've been focusing on my own decks because I've amassed a little collection that I wanted to get through and play through. But I'm also entirely open to suggested decks getting either race to 5s or race to 10s, dependingly on your time and my time. So if you do have a deck that you think, you want to see how it plays, see if somebody else can play it and it works out better than you've been able to, or see if anybody else can learn something, whether it's from our audience or from the Twitch stream, please put them down in the comments section below. More than happy to try to take a look at that. I'll start a list and then I'll start working my way through that. So I hope you guys enjoy the Race to 10 series.